right colors.
And they're see-through.
We talked about it. Yeah, so yesterday after it was running for a few, I noticed water.
Yes, unfortunately, this is still under construction.
It might not be from the plumbing or anything, which would be horrible.
To see where it's actually leaking at. Could be leaking coming underneath the universal rock.
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
Look at how absolutely big and gorgeous this girl got, and getting her ready for what it's gonna be like across the street.
That slow drip from the connections happening.
Don't want to over tighten these bulkhead fittings and actually cause it to leak if you over tighten it.
Hey, no big deal. It's real cheap and easy to make. I think this is going to be one of the first tanks, honestly, that we put sand in. I think next week.
This is literally Ivy's baby.
Oh!
Bashy's here. He's got all kinds of new goodies for the aquarium. I'm excited to go see what it is. Let's go see. They're not the right colors.
And they're see-through.
We talked about it. Yeah, it's just, take them back.
You got a receipt?
Bevels on the edges, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I did that on the way here.
While you were driving?
As it was bouncing
I had
up.
an extra router.
He had his beard controlling the wheel.
Make sure to give Bashy a follow on Instagram for all the awesome work he's doing at Legacy. But it wouldn't be a day at the Legacy Aquarium without something going catastrophically wrong.
So that's Jeff the pond guy's truck, and if you remember yesterday we filled up the baby gator tank. Well, let's go check it out. What are you guys doing by this lovely gator tank right now?
Fixing it.
Fixing it?
Yeah, so yesterday after it was running for a few, I noticed water. Made sure it wasn't the water I smelled. And I saw there was drips in the back.
Is it coming from like the tank, or what's happening?
No, it's coming from the filter. Unplugged it, I took a video, and then once I unplugged it, it stopped yesterday. So now I'm trying to recreate it with Jeff here now.
The cool part is how much great luck we've had with gator tanks.
Yeah.
We haven't had the greatest luck with gator tanks. And yes, unfortunately, this is still under construction. We haven't really actually started it yet. You know, bear with us. But I think starting this week, we're gonna get in there, actually start cleaning it up and making it look good so that we can get a completely new animal in here and not have this eyesore of an enclosure. But I don't think it's gonna be a water enclosure anymore. I think we're gonna find a way to make it some cool terrestrial land-based enclosure, which I think is awesome because it's the only land-based one that you'd be able to see down low from all three sides. So stay tuned to find out who that animal is.
Hopefully it's a easy fix, because actually now that I've started it up, it's not immediately leaking. It might not be from the plumbing or anything, which would be horrible. It might just be wicking somewhere. That would be a much easier fix.
How do you feel about this, Jeff?
To see where it's actually leaking at. Could be leaking coming underneath the universal rock and coming back down underneath.
I feel like I'm having deja vu right now.
The good thing is it's metal.
It won't melt away.
No.
So Bashy, what the heck?
It's our Pro Series sump, which is our highest grade model. The Twisted Skimmer.
Wait, what? Twisted Sister? I love them, dude.
Protein skimmer, so it's basically like a saltwater purifier.
Oh, that's cool.
24/7 is removing all the DOCs, dissolved organic compound. Elevates oxygen levels, stabilizes pH, all that fun nerdy stuff. The bioreactor, which is kind of like the heartbeat of the system. Live bacteria grows, and as the fish defecates, basically the bacteria on the media eats that, absorbs it. Again, it's just a constant saltwater purifier, so the fish are living in clean water.
What seahorses are we putting in here?
Probably live.
Well,
Now, Bashy, is this the same exact thing as the other one, but a different shape?
Yeah, different size. Slightly different sizes on what pumps we're going to use. A little bit larger water volume because the tank is a little bit bigger.
Got you. So you kind of want the water volume to match a little
Yeah,
bit.
in case the power goes out, stupid stuff like that, or the pump fails, the sump is large enough so it doesn't overflow.
now that's a sump.
That's a sump right there.
Do you remember Trinity? Look at how absolutely big and gorgeous this girl got. Now, as you guys know, we have a ton of animals that you guys don't get to see as often because I actually use them for all of the educational shows. So we kind of have a little bit of behind the scenes animal. As you know, Trinity here is huge. So we're actually gonna get her set up awesome vision cages today. Basically just giving her a little bit of extra space and getting her ready for what it's gonna be like across the street. All right. Love that Reptile Prime. I love these vision cages for a number of reasons. One, they stack super good, and I also like how deep they are. Like, look at this, my whole hand is not even touching the back yet, which is really good because we have some animals that could use a lot more like floor space, but we don't have like all of the space to make all these long cages. And I like that we can actually see all of the educational animals together now in one spot. It's gonna make it really easy. I bet the team's gonna be super excited because right now we're going from the Rep to BHB to the Colubrid basement. So once I get all of the animals moved right here, basically the girls will just have to come to one spot, load up for a Zoodio, and then be on their way. Let me go find a water bowl.
We're still not seeing anything, huh?
No, so definitely that slow drip from the connection is happening. Jeff went to go get his pliers to try to tighten up that fitting, so that's good. The other one very well could be from wicking because I haven't sealed a lot of these spots yet. I think what I'll do is have him finish that. We can drain this. I can hit all the seals. Try again next week.
Tightened out the nut for the bulkhead fitting here because it might have just been just a little loose, and then I was also checking to make sure that the gasket was on the right side. Bulkhead fittings, you want to make sure that your rubber gasket is always on the water side. I don't see it dripping anymore, and I just tightened it just a little bit. Don't want to over tighten these bulkhead fittings because you can expand the seal and actually cause it to leak if you over tighten it.
These ones are sick. The white one, dude. Got
That one's my favorite.
The orange is sick.
Yeah, which tank is the orange?
Orange one goes on cylinder, the clownfish cylinder, actually.
Oh, I didn't see it. At least all of it's broken.
Hey, no big deal. It's real cheap and easy to make. Almost like I measured. Space was limited, but gotta have a protein skimmer, and then we did a media chamber we'll fill with biomedia. Just again, we're limited with space, but same result.
This stand will eventually go
Right where the
cone
cone
is.
is, exactly, and that's gonna be all clownfish and anemone.
Oh, dude.
Here, grab that media chamber too.
That's my vibe all day, dude.
It's like tuxedo.
Whoa. What the heck is this even? I actually didn't even realize there was a stand here at Bash.
Freshwater system, so the filter is different but similar. Always going to have a sump, media chamber for bio or carbon, and that is our new biospace reactor. So
This right here?
yeah, so the biggest thing with freshwater is biological filtration. So that's what that does, and that keeps everything alive.
Come here, Turtle, I got something to tell you. Today's video is brought to you by Raycon. Personally, I use my Raycon everyday earbuds for when I'm going to the gym. It silences out all the haters while I'm doing my curls. 1, 2. And I listen to podcasts and music, YouTube videos, and so on and so forth. And I love the quality of them. Literally right now, I can't hear anything. If you need a fresh set of earbuds, or if you're looking for a new brand, Raycon is definitely the way to go. Better yet, Raycon just launched their upgraded model of the best-selling everyday earbuds. They now have active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity, that means pairing 2 devices at once, vibrant new colors to complement any and all skin, carbon black, royal blue, lavender, forest green. Personally, my favorite's the carbon black. Did I mention that it has wireless charging capabilities? And with this case fully charged, 32 hours of listening battery life. Whoop, whoop. Oh, baby. Salty, look at how cool this is. Now I can hang my Raycon to my pants and go for a run. And with only 10 minutes of charging, it will last for an hour and a half of battery life. And Raycons are the best because they're weatherproof, dustproof, and sweat resistant, which is perfect for rainy days like today. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/BrianB to get 15% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Click the link buyraycon.com/BrianB to get 50% off your first purchase plus free shipping.
Vision sent us all these cages. They also hit us up with all these super awesome water bowls. I love these. Looks like rock, it's not rock. Nice and light, but still really sturdy. And it matches, you know me, always about matching.
None of your clothes match.
Give her a little bit of love in here. Welcome to Trinity's crib. It was like literally just yesterday, Brian was unboxing her and she was all tiny, and now she is a monster. Crazy. What do you think? And of course, as you guys know, Vision did hook us up with these cages, but we actually have a lot more stuff coming. We're gonna get a whole setup like this at Legacy right behind the birthday party room. That way when we're doing a birthday party, we don't have to walk on the floor or anything like that. We get to just go out a back door, go into another room, grab whatever animal we're gonna use for the presentation, walk back in the room. Thanks, Vision.
In here, we're gonna put black sand, really modern looking, kind of brings everything together. I think the whole place is kind of modern. And nobody ever really does black sand. This is live plants and driftwood, and that stuff just looks a lot better with the dark backdrop. So we're doing black sand in here. I think this is gonna be one of the first tanks, honestly, that we put sand in. The filters are almost done too.
My God, I can't even wait.
I think next week.
I almost got stuck in this.
How much sand do you think it's gonna take to fill even just one of these up?
I really, it's impossible to say.
No, I'm saying like how many grains of sand do you think would fit in
probably
this?
over 100.
I actually don't know even what fish are going in here. I know they're alive, but other than that,
Caribbean, so it's gonna be mostly just mixed angels, wrasses, butterflies. Bridge tanks, we're gonna do white sand. We'll be able to do that next week. Just putting sand in, they look 10 times better.
well, because right now it's so dirty looking. When there's sand, it's gonna look complete.
Clean white sand,
Yeah.
just so cool.
Did you see where the water was coming out of?
Just multiple areas where the painters, like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I don't even know who put that tape there.
I don't know, it was just there when I was cleaning it, and then I noticed that it was...
Let's pull the tape. Well, the good thing is Alex is here. He can fix anything.
Speaking of education animals, let me show you guys just some of this stuff that we've got. Right here is actually one of my favorite ball pythons, and Lori actually just added him to the team not that long ago. This is Bayamax, a pastel ivory ball python, and this guy is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously just all white, but he's got a little bit of color markings on his back right there, and it is super awesome. I don't know if you guys know or remember or have had an update, but look at how huge the anaconda babies got.
That's Ivy's baby?
This is literally Ivy's baby.
Oh!
It's literally Ivy's baby, and this thing is huge. Let me tell you, they don't act like Ivy, unfortunately. As you can tell, they kind of act more like
all the other anacondas.
They act like all of the other anacondas in the world, but I mean, look at how absolutely massive. Now, these are with the educational animals. We are working with them because I would love to be able to go to a school and show up with an anaconda. Don't get me wrong, I love berms. Everybody wants their picture with the big yellow berm, but imagine if your kid came home and was like, I got to hold an anaconda today. That'd be crazy.
You guys saw the other day that Grayson had to jump in the marine predator tank, and guess what? It's dry.
It's dry. It's not leaking.
And you don't have to jump back in.
And I don't have to jump back in. So I'm just kind of waiting on direction. I gotta go down and kind of secure where that leak was in the pipes, because it did come from the pipes in the two bottom drainage, and then it should be fine.
And I know we know it's a marine predator tank. I don't even know if we like have slated exactly what we want in here.
There's gotta be a moray eel. There's no way you're gonna have a marine predator or an aquarium in general without at least one eel. I'm a huge fan of the tessellated eels.
Okay.
I would love one of those. That would be my best friend.
Looks like Lori is starting to actually drain the water features that we filled up. Obviously, we still have a little bit of work of dusting and, theming these to make these look good, so we need them dry to do that. So right now she's draining Freya's pond, and it looks like Bowser's is almost completely dry.
So now we'll just drain that down, let it dry, seam everything and anything, and then next week we'll fill it up and try again.
Yesterday, you saw Melissa fixturing out all these enclosures over here on the left side of the Reptarium. Well, Jessica just came over here and said that next week we're gonna start working on all of these middle ones, monitors, giant snake. All in all, other than Ivy and Elvis's enclosure, there's 7 of the middle aisle enclosures. So can you believe 2/3 of the enclosures at the Reptarium are gonna be fixtured out by next week? Maybe even a little bit more.
These are the tops for our glow tank stands.
Oh, okay. And
So-
you have to cut the middle out for filtration?
Yeah, this is for the overflow, so all the pipes and stuff that come in through the overflow, so we gotta make sure we have that access hole in there for Steve to hook up all the filtration.
More progress happening over here at Legacy. Lori actually finished this enclosure for Lilo, so now it's time to start hanging ropes, figuring out where we're gonna put the hammock. I actually have a lot of stuff that I have to do that I didn't even really think about. I have to figure out where I'm gonna put the lights. I need to know if that's on a timer. I need to figure out if we're gonna do 1 hammock, 2 hammocks, maybe hammock and a swing. Are we doing just rope? We had some firefighters drop off some fire hose. I got a lot of stuff in here that I've got to figure out. It's our first time building an aquarium, but not our first time building a sloth room. We still like hope. So if you guys have any other better way that we should go about hanging this rope, please send me a DM. My plan right now is to take this
Out of the packaging.
Okay, take this. Take an eye hook, right? And what I'm gonna have to do is figure out where the stud is. We're gonna put the eye hook in the hole. We're gonna take a carabiner through the eye hook. Do the same thing over there. Funny enough, Lori actually ordered all these awesome leaves for the tree. As we learned with Drogo, we actually can't put fake leaves on the tree because Lilo would definitely eat them. Not sure where they're gonna go.
We got other trees.
We do have other trees. Jeff told me that these top grates would hold me.
Watch the top, watch the top.
Let's hope he's right. Yeah. I have a lot of doors. I think that's a door, and I think that's another door. That was nice of them. So does this open out or in? Okay.
Heat lamp.
Heat lamp.
1 heat lamp.
1 heat lamp.
Hey, that looks nice. Oh, because that's where the heat grate is.
Exactly. All right.
Next light.
Next light, please.
Next light. Those aren't very heavy.
No,
Very light.
very light. The point of us doing this is to actually measure the temp and measure the UV and see if we need to add any more anywhere else.
Smart. Yeah. This is kind of what we would see when we're open, right, Lori?
Yeah. Yep. So I guess the only other thing we have to figure out in here, food water dish for her. I know she's a lot different than Drogo. Forages all over the place. So what does that mean?
She's really good about her food. Like she likes it when it's hanging,
Yeah.
so we can hide it all over the
I was
trees
thinking
and
about
everywhere
that.
else.
And that's not a problem.
different
Like those,
toys.
we can easily get one of those stainless steel bowls
Yep.
that, you know,
Just go right in.
Obviously, you know, with all the changes going on around here, you're gonna see a lot more of my dumb face, and I'm sorry in advance for that. It's not something that like I really ever thought of trying to do. Taking you along on the journey of the build out of the Legacy Aquarium, of the daily going-ons, of all of the crew here. I think Lori and myself will do a great job of making this vlog live on for years and years to come, but I need your guys' help. I need to know, like, what other things do you want to see? How do you guys want me to show you around? You know, I'll be kind of like your chaperone, but really it's gonna be about what the crew's doing, what's Lori got going on, how's the business doing, how are all the animals. I promise you, you know, this vlog means more to me than you could ever imagine. I mean, I didn't join forces with Brian just because I love snakes and love reptiles. I loved everything he was doing, and I believed in his dream and his passions, and that's why we got along so great.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.